because he continues to lie to the world about what I said and who I was pointing the finger at.
If I never even cashed a check still, have $100 million that I never even cashed before. I have a tax attorney that takes care of everything, and everything is okay.
Floyd Mayweather, once valued at hundreds of millions and known for a lavish lifestyle filled with private jets and expensive jewelry, is reportedly keeping a low profile, not due to fans or media attention, but following a federal raid at his Las Vegas residence. His business dealings are now facing intense examination.
Now I'm here to talk to the people about one of my jewelers. And it's not one of my new jewelers, one of my low-key jewelers, Tony, at Pasha in Manhattan Beach, California. You guys need to come check him out.
Beneath the image of luxury and confidence, serious problems were quietly developing. What once sounded like speculation about bankruptcy is now being viewed as a possible reality. During the height of his career, Mayweather was more than a fighter. He represented a vast empire. He owned multiple mansions across the country, maintained garages filled with rare vehicles, kept collections of high-value jewelry, and even possessed 2 private jets. This level of wealth reflected not just success, but complete dominance.
Into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
However, enormous wealth brought equally massive expenses and eventually serious repercussions. The estates required constant upkeep, the jets demanded ongoing costs, and when the fights ended and earnings slowed, the financial obligations continued to grow. He maintained a lifestyle as if the income would always flow, but that stream eventually declined. The public image remained intact, yet the realities behind it became increasingly troubling. His appearances started to feel unusual, interviews seemed less steady, and observers began sensing that something was off.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know, it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's top-ranked boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more. And in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up. So Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
The figure who once represented ultimate success now appeared to be struggling under the burden of his own vast enterprise. Legal battles, tax complications, and financial speculation dominated headlines. What he had constructed over the years began to seem fragile, as though it could collapse under pressure. Yet, despite the mounting scrutiny, some continued to defend his financial choices. Joe Rogan, for example, has openly commended Mayweather, describing him as highly intelligent in handling money and creating a brand that extends beyond the sport of boxing.
Yes, he really
However, praise by itself cannot shield anyone from financial downfall. Even with positive remarks from supporters, Mayweather's financial decisions are facing intense scrutiny. The empire that once appeared secure is now displaying visible weaknesses. Heavy spending, ongoing legal challenges, and claims of unpaid taxes have raised serious questions. Actions that were previously viewed as smart business are now being reconsidered as risky choices. In a recent conversation, Joe Rogan examined Mayweather's approach to money in greater detail, pointing out how he has expanded his sources of income beyond boxing.
There's no points, right? Because it's an exhibition. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing. Just
also
like
money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money.
He spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing. But it's the drug of getting Floyd still.
Rogan highlighted Mayweather's involvement in real estate, endorsement deals, and exhibition fights as central pillars of his wealth-building strategy. He noted that Floyd's skill in turning his public image into profit and capitalizing on his fame has played a major role in sustaining his financial standing. However, recent attention surrounding his reported investments and spending patterns has led to concerns about how durable this approach may be. Although Mayweather's business instincts are widely acknowledged, the distinction between strategic risk-taking and overreaching appears increasingly uncertain. As the story continues to develop, the true condition of his finances remains heavily debated. Meanwhile, longtime rival Oscar De La Hoya addressed the situation on social media, posting a brief video in which he sarcastically questioned Mayweather's claims of wealth and implied that his financial empire may not be as stable as presented.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
De La Hoya's remarks intensified the discussion, prompting fans and analysts to further question the reality of Mayweather's financial position. Their renewed public exchanges revived a rivalry that has existed for years, once again placing Floyd's financial matters under close attention. As uncertainty grows, the boxing community continues to watch, waiting to see whether his empire remains as strong as claimed or faces serious instability. However, De La Hoya was not the only one to criticize him. Signs of tension began emerging within Mayweather's own circle, escalating the situation dramatically. Gervonta Davis posted a message on social media threatening to confront Floyd physically, even stating he did not care about potential legal consequences. He also accused Mayweather of restricting his security team from carrying firearms. This statement went beyond simple criticism. It marked a sharp break from someone who had once been closely associated with Mayweather as a protege. For a fighter previously viewed as a central figure in Mayweather Promotions' future, this public stance suggested deeper issues, including broken trust and growing resentment. Mayweather built his image around authority, loyalty, and control. Yet now, even individuals who were once aligned with him appear openly opposed. Despite the rising criticism and controversy, Floyd continues to present himself with confidence. In a resurfaced video from years earlier, he discusses the importance of creating generational wealth and underscores his dedication to establishing long-term financial security for his family.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school, or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same.
At the time, it presented him as fully in command, a figure who appeared to have perfected the financial side of the game. Looking back now, however, it seems more like a carefully maintained image. While the message itself was strong, the events that followed painted a contrasting picture. What once sounded insightful now carries a sense of irony. In an effort to sustain his brand, Mayweather shifted toward international exhibition bouts, focusing more on the spectacle than on competitive sport.
I'm getting a workout at the same time. Why not?
Right. No, I agree. I think it's amazing. I just love the fact that he's gamed the system.
Yeah.
Because the system is you get to a certain point in time, you're a champion, make as much money as you possibly can, you retire, and then there's no more money. Yeah. And Floyd's like, let me just box some people that have zero chance.
Yeah.
And then now with what's going on in like Saudi Arabia, United Arab Emirates, like you can get paid insane amounts of money. Like if you're Floyd, people just want to see you perform.
Definitely.
And he
not just if you Floyd. You see Tyson Fury now went over there and
he's got to fight in Ghana. Yeah, that's happening in October. That is an interesting.
Over time, these events shifted away from legacy and focused more on financial gain. Appearances in locations such as the UAE delivered substantial payments, but also raised serious doubts. Is he remaining active or simply trying to stay financially stable? The crowd may still respond with excitement, yet behind the scenes, the pressure continues to grow. Maintaining the Money Mayweather image has become increasingly difficult. Even Joe Rogan, who previously described Mayweather as financially smart, could not have anticipated this outcome. Exhibition matches, social media moments, and brand partnerships do not reflect control. They point towards someone attempting to preserve a weakening empire. As scrutiny increases, notable individuals within boxing have begun expressing concern. In a recent interview, promoter Eddie Hearn shared doubts regarding Mayweather's financial position.
How about Mayweather?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think that Mayweather was unquestionably one of the best ever. But I don't know. I mean, it's difficult to say he's not a true fighter because he fought everybody he could of his era. But he was a different kind of skill set. He was very much hit and don't get hit, which is the art of boxing. I think sometimes when these guys carry on and they do the exhibitions and all that kind of stuff, it just sort of diminishes the legacy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
And that's what I feel like's happened with Mayweather.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
for money?
I
don't think he's got the money he says. That's what I think.
I think he still needs the money after all these years.
I don't think he needs the money. But when you got that lifestyle, right? So when you're spending what he's spending.
It's a lot of it.
Hearn stated, "I don't believe he has the money he claims. That's my view." He went on to discuss the difficulty of sustaining a lavish lifestyle, suggesting that Mayweather's ongoing exhibition fights could be driven by financial needs. Comments like these from a respected industry insider give additional context to the ongoing debate about the real state of Mayweather's finances. Even voices outside the ring, but highly regarded in sports, have shared their opinions. Stephen A. Smith, known for speaking frankly, also expressed his perspective on the situation surrounding Mayweather.
If not the greatest boxer in history, he's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
Smith was direct in his remarks. He noted that if the bankruptcy rumors are accurate, it's not just disappointing, it's embarrassing. A man who has claimed to be the greatest, earning over $1 billion from boxing, is now facing financial controversies. It's a storyline that seems out of place, yet it exists. His statements highlight a bigger issue. This isn't solely about Mayweather's legacy in the ring, it's about his life and finances outside of it. The silence from Mayweather's team is noticeable, but in the world of boxing, silence rarely lasts. The voices raising concerns are growing louder. Then Chalet Sonnen entered the conversation, offering his unfiltered perspective.
First off, he's never gotten $100 million for a fight. There's reports that he was the highest paid athlete over Christian Ronaldo.
You think it's bullshit?
I know it is.
So if you had to guess, what do you think's the most Floyd ever made in a fight?
Oh, I think that Floyd's, he's probably made about 60 million before in one night. But no, there's 100 million, 130 million. They just didn't have. I know that Floyd is still getting in there as recently as this weekend because he needed the money.
Do you think he blew through all of his money?
I'm claiming for you, he in his whole career has made about 100 million. People think he made 130 in a night. I'm sharing with you he didn't. No boxer's ever made 130 million.
Sonnen explained it clearly. According to him, Floyd never earned the amounts he claimed, and on top of that, he still requires income. Coming from someone with experience on both sides of the fight world, this statement carried significant weight. The mansions, private jets, and large cash displays seen on camera, Sonnen suggests, were all part of an image. Behind the scenes, Floyd was simply another fighter spending excessively, overcompensating, and now facing financial strain. Then Bill Haney stepped in with a blunt, street-level critique. This wasn't just feedback, it was mockery coming from someone who understands the sport deeply. The respect Floyd once commanded is increasingly being replaced by public ridicule.
Yeah, Floyd was right. We still in the street, and we flipping birds. But if you need some help, Floyd, I'm in the streets, and you the one that went missing. Yeah, we flipping birds. You see, we still flipping birds. Little birdie told me that you might need some help.
Haney didn't hold back in mocking Floyd's sudden absence from the public eye. He questioned why Mayweather was out in the streets, asking whether the undefeated champion needed assistance or a handout. His remarks were sharp, sarcastic, and struck directly at Floyd's pride. When a trainer like Bill Haney, who has seen boxing from both the corner and the business side, openly criticizes the former king of the sport, it highlights how far the perception of invincibility has fallen. The illusion of wealth is now being exposed publicly. What was once viewed as untouchable, Mayweather's real estate empire, is now under scrutiny. The flash has been loud, but the facts are quiet.
Mayweather Jr., there's a story circulating that Business Insider did talking about this $400 million property deal that he had been discussing here in New York City. But now, according to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
Way Up with Angela Ye, the team analyzed a Business Insider report that cast doubt on one of Mayweather's biggest claims, a $400 million real estate purchase in New York City. Floyd had posted on Instagram stating he acquired 62 apartment buildings in Manhattan entirely on his own, with no partners and full control of retail spaces. The investigation, however, found no records of any such sale and no evidence that the buildings had changed ownership. It appeared to be another boast that might be catching up with him. Mayweather commented, "You can do the same, but if the story itself isn't even real, what exactly are people supposed to follow?" Increasingly, it seems that the lifestyle Floyd promotes may not fully exist. Later updates added more clarity and more confusion. While Floyd may have been involved, it wasn't in the way he initially claimed. According to Way Up with Angela Ye, he reportedly made a $42 million investment in part of the Black Spruce portfolio. This doesn't mean he owns 62 buildings outright. Rather, it indicates he likely holds a share within a larger portfolio alongside other investors.
Trying to figure out what happened, right, with Business Insider. So according to another update, he did ink a $402 million deal for a Black Spruce portfolio. When he said that it was all his and no one invested, he meant no one was funding his part of the investment but him. And so I think this is something where maybe he owns a piece of this or shares in it, but it hasn't changed hands because the majority owner is still the same owner that it was before. I'm trying to understand what happened with this, but I know there's a story that's circulating, so just putting it out there. Whew, it's a tough one. I'm trying to understand as a real estate person myself, what exactly he is communicating when he's saying that he owns this, because they're trying to make it seem like he doesn't, but what it seems like is that he owns shares of these buildings, and it's a larger, it's part of an investment that he did on his own.
When Floyd claimed that the buildings were entirely his with no partners, that wasn't completely accurate. What he likely meant was that his investment was self-funded, not that he owned the entire portfolio. That's the issue. In Floyd's world, everything is amplified. The money, the properties, the lifestyle, all louder than the details. Now, those details are starting to catch up. Floyd Mayweather Jr. has long been regarded as one of the highest paid athletes in sports history. This reputation comes not just from his undefeated record, but also from his exceptional talent for self-promotion and business ventures. After retiring from professional boxing in 2017, he left a legacy of massive pay-per-view events, record-breaking fight purses, and global fame. But retirement didn't slow his spending. Mayweather continued to showcase a lavish lifestyle, investing in multi-million-dollar real estate, exotic cars, and high-end jewelry.
I just want to show the people how I live on a daily basis. This right here is red. So we got this. We like to call this house right here the Palace. It's just the EWB. Extended wheelbase. Gucci pillows. All depends on how you want to close the door. Stop talking, I'm filming. Come on. I didn't show you guys this. I bought this like 4 or 5 days ago. I got all type of toys, Apple TV, dresser machine, all type of crazy stuff. Talked about this yesterday, talked about that. It's blue. Blue on the seats. Crocodile Himalaya, 110,000. That's what we do. Live life, have fun, work hard, play hard. Show you guys my lifestyle.
Behind the public image, problems were starting to appear. One of the clearest indicators emerged when reports revealed that he owed more than $22 million to the IRS, a financial strain widely thought to have motivated his return to the ring for exhibition bouts.
Money Mayweather up until recently didn't have any money, so Floyd is the highest earning athlete in his career, making over $1.1 billion. And after making a killing, he ended up retiring in 2017. However, he dug himself into a hole after making super lavish purchases like this LA mansion. It was so bad that he actually owed $22.2 million to the IRS, which made him have to come out of retirement to pay that back. Like and follow for
even after earning more than $1.1 billion over his career, Mayweather's wealth wasn't invincible. Extravagant spending on massive mansions and non-stop luxury shopping quickly started to diminish his fortune. The IRS debt wasn't just a rumor, it was a clear warning. For Floyd, his comeback wasn't about cementing a legacy, it was about maintaining liquidity. His return to the ring wasn't motivated solely by passion for boxing, it was driven by the need for quick cash to manage rising debts. Then Chris Eubank Sr. added another layer of critique. He didn't challenge Floyd's record or achievements. Instead, he focused on his persona, the constant display of wealth, the image, and the ongoing need to showcase affluence with every opportunity.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. He says he's the best ever. Has anyone accounted for this observation? I've never seen him lose. You only know a man and how he accepts defeat. So I can't score him. But certainly, the fact that my own child chose him to be a role model over me, the dad, the gentleman. Yeah, he's a playboy. because that's what he represents. He has clubs, or he had clubs, and he shows bling. Well, this is how I'm living. I wear a dress, and for a bit of humor, I wear a belt.
Eubank described Mayweather as a playboy, not out of envy, but to make a point. A man constantly showcasing his wealth, from cars and watches to stacks of cash. To Eubank, this wasn't just flashy, it was superficial. He contrasted fighters who represent honor with those who seek constant validation, placing Floyd firmly on the wrong side of that line. But the scrutiny extends beyond public image. Questions about his integrity and business dealings have also emerged. Logan Paul, who faced Mayweather in one of his biggest post-retirement exhibitions, is reportedly still awaiting full payment, and he isn't remaining silent about it.
Did you fight Floyd or something?
Yeah.
Did he pay you to lose?
Nah,
What happened?
he didn't pay me. I wish you'd pay me.
How much you owe you?
Probably between 2 and 3.
Yeah.
You got it on you by any chance?
I have it in Nigerian money. I'll give you 10 million in Nigerian money. That's about $1,100. So is that your only loss, was Floyd?
No, I didn't lose. It was an exhibition, so there's no loser.
There's no loser in exhibition?
No.
So you both are winners? It's like a tie. That's not a good feeling. It's like tongue kissing your sister or something. Not a great feeling.
Logan publicly stated that Floyd still owes him $3 million from their exhibition bout. This isn't merely a private contract disagreement. Logan has taken the issue to social media, interviews, and podcasts. It has become emblematic of a larger problem. Mayweather may not just be facing financial strain, he could also be losing trust. And in the world of boxing, that can be even more damaging. What began as trash talk escalated into tension. What seemed like entertainment turned into a financial standoff. When the payment failed to arrive, Logan chose to take a hardline approach.
Logan Paul is squaring off against Floyd Mayweather again, but this time in court. Through multiple interviews, he's referenced Floyd not paying him, and it looks like he's finally had enough. Allegedly, he's suing Floyd, and he owes him somewhere between $5 and $10 million. Think about all the Pokemon cards he's gonna buy with.
At this stage, it's difficult to separate fact from image. What's your take? Is Mayweather truly facing financial trouble, or is he simply managing the media spotlight? Was everything calculated, or is he struggling to maintain his lifestyle? Has the flashy persona finally caught up with the fortune? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We want to hear from you, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more updates and videos like this.